survivors and activists meet Pope Leo, we found listening and support. Pope Leo receives 6 members of ESA Global, an international human rights association that works for greater support and compensation for victims of abuse and calls for stronger commitment and cooperation from the Catholic Church. Participants describe the audience as a historic and hope-filled step toward greater cooperation. What began as a letter became a meeting today in the Apostolic Palace. It was the first time since his election that Pope Leo XIV met with a group of abuse survivors and activists engaged in fighting what recent popes have called the scourge. On Monday morning, the Pope received 6 members of the ESA Global, Ending Clergy Abuse, Board of Directors. The Human Rights Association counts members from more than 30 countries on 6 continents, including activists and survivors of sexual abuse by representatives of the Catholic Church. Since its founding in 2018, the network, particularly active in the United States, has sought to ensure that the Catholic Church follows the 2014 United Nations recommendations for an effective zero-tolerance policy. According to ESA members, today's audience with Pope Leo certainly marks a historic and hope-filled step toward greater cooperation. These words were included in a statement released by the organization and later shared with the press during a press conference. The 6 participants were Gemma Hickey, Canada; Timothy Law, USA; Evelyn Korkmaz, Canada; First Nation, Matthias Koch, Germany; Janet Agudi, Uganda; and Sergio Salinas, Argentina. They come from different backgrounds and cultures, united by the same goal: to ensure that abuse never happens again and to promote more effective collaboration with the Church. All 6 ESA members expressed satisfaction with their meeting with Pope Leo XIV, his attitude, his approach, and his ability to listen. Gemma Hickey, a survivor of abuse in Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada, by a priest who was later removed and reassigned to 2 parishes, said, "Pope Leo was very open, and each of us shared some personal reflections. He was warm and listened to us. He also has a good sense of humor, very humble." At the start of the audience, the group read a joint statement to begin with open minds, and presented their zero-tolerance initiative, emphasizing the importance of consistent global standards and victim-centered policies. The meeting also included discussion of the work of the Pontifical Commission for the Protection of Minors, which last week presented its 2nd annual report. The Pope suggested establishing a dialogue between the 2 bodies. It was a deeply meaningful conversation, reflecting a shared commitment to justice, healing, and genuine change, Hickey said again. Survivors have long sought a place at the table, and today we felt heard.